Hey doing legends, we are back with our second iteration of teams you could start with. I'm going to go through across the next few weeks and just put together a different style of squads. And last one was all about just getting fun players that you really enjoy watching. And this one here, I centered it around getting the top 4 highest priced players, therefore the highest averaging players in the game into this side. It ended up being 5 in the end, to be honest with you. The plan was 4, and I was like, oh wow, I can actually get Nico into the side as well. So the plan was Yeo, Haas, because we got the 3 spaces in the mids. I thought it was fine to get 2, Cleary and Latrell Mitchell to kind of cover a few positions. But I was like, oh, well, I can get Nico Hines as well and get a pretty suitable squad. So I think it's a pretty red hot side, and I am making this this video just before the Warriors game. So it's been on in about half an hour, which is good fun. And we're actually 22 days away from first game. I'm so excited for Vegas, and I'm excited for tonight. So I have actually put Jacob Laban and Luke Metcalf into the side just pre-game tonight, just to get a little bit of excitement for the match ahead. But yeah, I just wanted to go through basically in these videos, as I said, and show you different ways that you can play this game. And I think they're all viable in different scenarios. And in this one, you're looking a little bit more at the top clear guns and cheapies and mid-ranges. And when I say mid-ranges, we're looking more in the early 400s rather than the 580s, 620s, the Munsters, Papali'is, the Batemans, this type of level. We had to go away from that with this type of strategy. So it is a little bit more guns and cashies, but it does have a few of those mid-range guys in certain positions. And you'll see here I have gone a little bit cheaper in the edge with Nafahu White and Kelma Tuolangi. I did have Fine Fuyaki in this side, but I end up having enough cash once I put the team together to go Finn to Nico Hines. Had 440k or something, so I was like, sweet, I'll do that. And show that you can get the top 5 price guys in your side and still have not a bad one. There's a few cheapies in there that we're a bit worried now that you might not actually make the side in a Jackson Purdue, who I'm going to be going through in the Cash Cow Centers video. In the next one you'll see, or it might have been out first, depending which way I decide to post these. But yeah, those kind of things. Tom Duffy, these types of guys, may not get the spot, but we may have to drop one of our players to in the top the 5 highest price guys. Might have to drop one of them down a couple 100k to get to one more mid-range player, or they go to a 400k guy and I can upgrade a couple of the cheapies to another couple of mid-ranges, which probably doesn't sound ideal, but it also is early and we're not sure what kind of cheapies we are going to get at this stage. So it is those 5 guys, and then the next highest price guy I've gone is Tom Trbojevic. So I feel very excited about him in the beginning of the season, and he wasn't in my previous fun team, and it was very upsetting that he missed out. So Turbo's in there as well, with Connor Watson as that hooker gun cover as well, once he can get into that slot. So really in this scenario, we've only spent down on edge and center, and we're really well placed, I think, in all the other spots. Having Latrell, Turbo, and Iongi, we haven't gone through the wing fullback position. That will be next. I've got 4 videos to go with the cashies for the centers, and then the 3 wing fullback videos. And a big thanks to everyone who's tuned into podcasts, who's tuned in to the YouTube channel as well. You're all legends. But yeah, I think we're fairly well covered there. We're covered great in the halves, clearly, with guys like Sandon Smith on our bench, Luke Metcalf in there as well. The mids are well covered. Hooker's well covered now with the 2 guys. I have enough edges, and they can work between each other. And with those mid ranges as well, you've got the flexibility to switch to any of the other guys around that 400k mark if things don't go great in the first few rounds, and at least you've got the safety and the upside in Yeo, Haas, Cleary, Hines, Latrell, and Turbo, along with guys like Watson, who can do really well also. So I think it's really well set up on that front, and you have to wait to see which of the cheapies get the right role. But for the most part, we want anywhere between that sort of 7 to 9 guys around that 300 and below. So yeah, I think it's a pretty fun looking side. To go through the rest of it, it's Nafahu White and Tuolangi in the cheap slots, Jack Bird and Tamale right now, along with Iongi in the 300k-ish range. And then cheapies, we've got Jacob Laban, as I said, for tonight. Ty Munro, he can be my wing fullback cover at this point on the bench. Luke Metcalf, Sandon Smith, Tom Amone, Jackson Purdue, Duffy, and Rob Toyer. And again, things will change on the bench and all that, but that's not the point of this video. It's just to show you, without being egregious with picking all guys that aren't going to be playing on your bench, or half the guys that are 50-50. I've probably got 2 guys right now, 3 guys that are 50-50 on spots, and we may get other guys that are 350k, 300k, whatever, that could fill into those slots, or there'll be random cheapies. There might be Corey Pakes you can jump on at a decent price. All these types of plays can end up, and then you can just downgrade one of those top guys to fill out the rest of the roster in a correct way. So let me know what you think of this team, and if it's something with those big guns is what we're looking at. Is that something that you might be interested in doing? Are you going to pick 4 of them? Maybe you drop one of the other big guys, keep a Turbo as another one of your big dogs, and don't go with Haas and go with a Fisher Harris or a Barnett or something like that. Drop a bit of cash there and upgrade one of your cheapies to another mid-ranger. That could be an easy strategy in this team as well. So yeah, heaps of different ways to do it. I hope that one was fun for you guys, and I'm going to do a bunch of these short videos with different iterations of teams just to give you guys an idea and show you all the different ways you can play this game. If you haven't checked into the description there, guys, we do have all the information on the private group. Heaps of prizes up for grabs, help from me and other great coaches. We've got my rankings each and every week, my preseason checklists, the top 10 analysis, seeing my team, which you won't see. Only a couple of plays you're going to get before Vegas, and then you're going to have to wait until the second lot of games in round 1 to see my full squad. So do check in for that as well. It's only a couple of dollars a month, I should say. The lowest tier there's $4 a month for the 10 months that you're there at. So get around it, guys. Thanks so much for being here. Subscribe, all the good stuff, and we'll catch you in the next video.